In Champlan village, Pakistan, Pakistani girls murdered over phone video footage. Two girls, age 16 and 18, were shot dead by male family members in Champlan village after they appeared in a video wherein they were kissed by a man aged 28. The video was recorded nearly a year beforehand, but had been circulating on social media shortly before the murders. The man in the video has since been arrested for making the, quote, vulgar video. A male cousin of the girls has also since been arrested, and the father of one victim and the brother of the other victim are also in police custody for failing to report the killings and concealing evidence.
Wait, who got arrested? The people that did the honor killing got arrested?
One guy who was a cousin of one of the girls was arrested for the murder. And then the father of one and then the brother of the other are in police custody for not reporting the murder and for concealing evidence.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair to Pakistan. At least this shit is illegal, you know? And they actually are arresting people. But I mean, that's not saying much, but that's, I guess, where our standard is. Like, oh yeah, great job, Pakistan. You actually didn't let somebody who killed a girl for just kissing somebody let loose. But in Pakistan, the mob is scarier than the government, right? So, for example, in some countries, like in Iran and Saudi Arabia, the government is scarier than the people. But in Bangladesh and in Pakistan, the people are scarier than the government. Sometimes you might want to be like, hey, I committed blasphemy. Please arrest me before the mob gets to me, right? But so what did she do? Like the video was made a year ago, but she was killed now? Was the video released?
So I wasn't able to find the video myself, but the BBC reported that they had obtained it and viewed it. And so they reported that in the video, he appears with, the video seen by the BBC. The man is seen in a secluded area outdoors with three veiled women, two of whom he kisses. The third girl who is not kissed in the video is believed to be the wife of the suspected killer, according to the police. She is also believed to be in hiding. And then they also arrested the dude whose phone was used to make the video. And he's suspected of being the one who posted it on social media.
So he saw this and got so outraged that to defend the honor decided to go kill her? That's our understanding?
Well, the male family members, yes.
So again, they have to be very fully transparent about this. Is this Islamic or is it not? What do you guys think? Can we blame Islam for this?
I do think it stems from Islam.
So my understanding is that there isn't anything specifically in the doctrine about this, but it's been culturally adopted over last 1400 years.
Yeah, I mean, there is no doctrine in Islam that allows just family members taking. I mean, technically, if you commit adultery, like it has to be adultery if you have 4 witnesses, and after you have judges and stuff, then you could, execute the person that committed adultery, which is already very barbaric, but that's Islamic. But it's not Islamic for a family member to be like, oh, my daughter kissed another boy, then shoot them in the head or something like that. Yet that is not at all Islamic. And again, I'm not defending Islam, because what I described as what is Islamic is already barbaric. Like, oh yeah, so civilized. You guys had a few judges and had witnesses, and then decided that this person committed adultery, and now you're stoning her to death. So yeah, that part is Islamic, and that's barbaric. But this is not Islamic. But just because something is not Islamic, like there's nothing in the doctrine of Islam that condones this, it doesn't mean that Islam is completely blameless, right? Because honor culture does come from Islam, enhances honor culture, and the honor culture that Islam enhances is the indirectly responsible for crimes like this, right? So even if it's not within the Islamic doctrine, the environment that you create and the values that you spread could indirectly cause, like, why is it that we have honor killings is mostly in Islamic countries, right? So there are many countries with completely different historical background, with completely different people, and also but yet most of the honor killings happen in Islamic countries. So even though it's not Islamic doctrine, it is as Islam to be blamed. Like, for example, the same way that we blame Christianity for child molestation, even though there's nothing in the Bible that says, like, hey, go molest children, right? No, there is not Christian doctrine, but Christianity is responsible for creating some general attitudes and beliefs and environments where makes those acts more likely. So even though it's not Christian doctrine, we could still indirectly blame Christianity. So I think
and also the
yeah.
wiping away of culpability and guilt through salvation.
Yeah, Christianity does that. Islam doesn't do that, but I mean, not to the extent that Christianity does. But yeah, you're right, completely right.
So I was looking up more statistics on this, and the Honor-Based Violence Network reports that there are approximately 5,000 honor killings happen internationally every year, with 1,000 happening in Pakistan every year. So
wow.
1/5 of the world's honor killings are performed in Pakistan. And that also means that, and then an additional 1,000 occur in India every year. But due to population, that means that Pakistan has the highest number of documented and estimated honor killings per capita of any country in the world.
Right. And the other than India and Pakistan, the rest of the honor killings, adjusting per capita, is mostly Islamic, right?
I can look up the rest of their statistics. Give me a second. They did, yeah.
But think about how strong, whatever your source of beliefs are, whether it's religion or culture or whatever, but think about how strong your belief system has to be like, you know what, I'm going to go to jail for this, but hey, honor, I have to do this. Like, think about the number of emotions that you have to overcome to kill a member of your family. First of all, it has to overcome the love that you have for them. Right? Like, for example, the fathers killing their own daughter. I mean, naturally, I think most people love their daughters. So I'm thinking about how strong the belief system has to be to overcome that. And then you have to feel most people don't want to go to jail, don't want to have a record of murder. It overcomes that as well. Like, this is how dangerous belief system can be. Like, it's so powerful that it's just like, yeah, I don't care about any of that. This person has to die because they kissed somebody. Like, and it's not, and people are like, well, these people are insane. I mean, no, because it's not like one or two person. Like, these are otherwise sane people. Like, that's how toxic these belief systems are, that in a normal society, these people wouldn't even consider doing something like this. That's how toxic belief systems could be. It's very powerful. Susanna.
It literally says on their website, it says they have an FAQ. Are honor killings and honor-based violence related to religion? They say there's little scriptural support for honor killings in any major religion, and it has been roundly condemned by several high-status religion leaders. This attitude, however, does not necessarily influence all members of a religion who tend to view all aspects of their lifestyle and culture as being related to their faith, even if they are to stand in contradiction with the official religion. So that relates to your point earlier.
Yeah, but they're not giving us the other side of the same point. Like, they're just trying to be PC about it, no?
What do you mean?
Like, what I didn't get the last part. Are they saying, like, this has nothing to do with Islam and all that? Like, did they point out whether this is happening in Islamic communities more?
No, they don't really provide a breakdown like this on this website.
Yeah, so they're only pointing one side of the story. They're pointing out that it's not Islamic doctrine, and like, oh, not #not all Muslims, and also this is not Islamic doctrine. Okay, yeah, fair. but they're not going to tell you whether this is happening on a per capita basis more in Islamic communities or not. Like, you have to also point that out as well. Like, they're just giving you the safe and PC side, which is technically true, but they're not going to give you the other side that will get them in trouble. It's fair to say that, for example, you could be like, it's fair to say that most Muslims are not the vast majority of Muslims are not terrorists. Okay, fair. That's fair. But are you also going to point out that most terrorist attacks are happening by Muslims? Like, are you going to also point that out, or are you just going to point out one side of the, So I think you have to be transparent if you're going to point that out. But anyways, I think most honor killings if you adjust per capita, it's safe to say that most honor killings is done in Islamic communities. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. But I think I'm right.
I mean, yeah, I was just reading an article about it, and yeah, around the world it's mostly Islam. In South Asia, it's also some Hindus. Like in northern India, there are Hindus who practice honor killing. Even though it's the same as Islam, I don't think any doctrine actually supports it, but they still do it because of their faith and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Hindus and Muslims have a lot more in common than they want to admit. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell thingy. If you haven't, I don't know why. What's holding you back? Okay? If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why haven't you subscribed to our channel? Explain that to us, please. Like, bell, and also if you're not getting notifications and stuff because YouTube is not telling people that we have shows, because YouTube is like, oh, this person told us that they want to get your shows, right? They want to get your videos, but nah, we think is no. And they also hit the bell button, but nah, you guys are too controversial. We want to show them mainstream stuff. We want to show them CNN or cat videos or whatever. But even people are like, no, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we don't think you want this. We're like, no, please show it to us. We say to you, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we think we know what's better for you than you yourself. So to solve that, there's a link in the description, which is to our newsletter. So hopefully we could email it to you. So hopefully you get some of our content that way. Okay. So yeah, subscribe to our newsletter as well. And share our videos, because we do get demonetized. That's an obvious on every one of our videos. So F that. But we don't care about that anymore. But we also get deprioritized. And that's even more damaging to us. Deprioritized, what does that mean? That means we don't show up on the suggested, videos on the right and all that, on people's homepages. And that's how channels grow. Unfortunately, we can't grow. So we need you guys to share our videos.